Hello everyone, Storm 101 here. Today we take a look into a rare, very early winter storm that been going across portions of Colorado, New Mexico, and also portions of Wyoming. I should say portions of New Mexico as well. So we're going ahead and get started with your National Weather Service watch warning and advisory display here. As you can see here, it's a pretty big met. There's a lot of watches and warnings across the west right now. These hot pink colors you see there, those are all red flag warnings as of right now. So there's going to be some issues with wildfire danger out there. And I know this is going to be kind of hard to tell, but um, these uh kind of pink colors there. No, now I'm showing right here in Wyoming of where my mouse is. Those are your winter storm warnings that's issued. Let's click into one of these areas in here. And as you can see here, you can see these kind of pink color here. That's your winter storm warnings, and these hot pink colors, those are your red flag warnings as well. So you kind of have, you know, winter storm, got a winter storm that be coming soon. That be in these regions here on Tuesday, but early on, like right now today, you're having some, uh, could see some wildfire issues out there as well. So yeah, pretty crazy forecast for in 24 hours, and this is forecast from I'm not gonna try that and Wyoming there, South Central Wyoming there as well, and and these colors right here, very dark blue or dark purple colors or near black, those are your freeze warnings that's in effect, or maybe hard freeze warnings possibly there, but those are your, freeze warnings that's in effect, even for central and western North Dakota as well. So that's where we can see uh, probably a hard freeze in some of these regions. And these purple colors here, those are winter weather advisories. But let me show you guys a little bit more detail on some of this stuff here. So we're going to use the RGM model for this here. It kind of does do a good job with some events like this. But you can tell right here, as I kind of continue on, you can see those uh, numbers for snowfall add up. Now, this is snowfall only here. It's not like sleet or anything like that. So you can see there how those numbers really add up to some of those mountainous regions. You can see there some areas are pushing to like 20 inches, in south central Colorado. You can see, some peaks in the mountains could see amounts like that. But, in general, there's going to be a lot of snow in some of these regions in there. And so what's kind of crazy to think about, I've seen a forecast yesterday for Denver, Colorado. Today, this forecast was going to be, 93 degrees, and then tomorrow it's going to be in the low 30s. So, 60-degree temperature change in 24 hours is pretty insane, if you ask me, right there. But that's your, snowfall forecast for the RGM model. Now let's look into a little bit better detail. Now this is your snowfall forecast from the National Weather Service offices out there, and this is put into one map. So you can see here, your pink colors is like around a foot and higher, like that. But you kind of greenish colors there, that's about nearly 2 feet of snow there, and that's a lot of snow for this time of year, folks. I mean, for early September, that's kind of crazy to think about there. But you can see there's going to be widespread amounts that could be approaching a foot or maybe a little bit more. So this is definitely kind of crazy here for early September weather as well. But you can see even into Nebraska, could see a dusting or snow or a coating of snow. But I mean, overall, this is kind of insane here. And some of these regions just experience, very hot temperatures, and now they're going to be experiencing snow in about 24 to 48 hours. So pretty insane there. And this is the forecast for the European model. Now, this is tomorrow afternoon. And as you can see, you can definitely tell where your cold front is. It's right here. You go from, you know, let's use Kansas for example. You go for southeastern Kansas, it's in the upper 80s, but if you go to central Kansas, it's in the mid 50s. Then you go to northwestern Kansas, it's in the upper 30s and low 40s. Quite a temperature change for a state, like that. Now, keep in mind the European model on some of these numbers here. Temperatures could be a little bit too warm. The European model definitely has an issue with that. It actually has have been like a warm bias so far this year. So some of these numbers here, like mid to upper 90s across portions of Mississippi, could be overdone. There, just keep in mind of that. But man, look at the mount mountains there. You're talking about temperatures in the teens in some regions in there. So definitely winter-like weather across Wyoming and Colorado, even portions of Utah as well. And it's kind of unusual to see this time of year. Kind of. I mean, I know, Denver, Colorado have seen something like this. Have seen cold and snow stuff like this nearly this early, but definitely going to break some records here for sure, though, into some of those regions. Now, before we end this video, let's kind of take a look to the temperatures from the high-res NAM here. And as you can see here, now this is for, later today, probably overdone here. You can see your temperatures in the hundreds in some of these regions in here. And then you go into, tomorrow in that same afternoon, you seen where some areas, have been in the hundreds. They're in the upper 40s by tomorrow. That's crazy to think about there. I mean, that's one heck of a cold front. And it seems like that front kind of stays stationary into some of these. You can see where the front kind of starts to stay stationary. That could lead to could see a lot of rain into some of those regions in there, especially, you know, along and east of the front. So definitely have to watch for that as well. And some of those regions don't even need any rain at all. So that's not good for them. Uh, but if we kind of back this up here, kind of close to Denver, Colorado here, you got temperatures in the 90s, and then you go in 24 hours. 24 hours later, you're in the 20s. And it seems like this ball here wants to keep on getting colder in the mountains. Single digits. That's, that's quite of a change in 24 hours. So definitely kind of an historic event for Colorado there and some of the other states as well. But that's something pretty crazy to mention about. Um, but before I, end this video here, I just wanted to take a look to a little bit further to this week for this channel here, since school's kind of started. There won't be like huge forecasts like winter or fall forecasts during the weekdays because school will be going on. I won't have enough time to do this, but in the weekends I do have enough time for this. So what I have planned, at least for this week, tomorrow we'll be talking about the tropics as well. We could be talking about that for the next several days there, depending on if there's going to be any major changes. But this weekend here, I think you guys will be pretty excited for. And on Saturday, I'll be releasing my final forecast for the fall. So I'm sure you guys will be excited for that. And then on Sunday, I'll be releasing my secondary winter thoughts. And then there is some good news in there as well, and some very interesting info I want to share with you guys. But glad to wait until Sunday for that. But that's kind of my plan for this week here. So stay tuned for that. If you guys want notifications of that, you could just hit the subscribe button. Then you hit that bell notification. And wherever I upload a video, you get the notification so you guys can watch it. So if you want to get that notification, you can go ahead and do that. But anyways, guys, this is all for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys have liked this video, hit the like button. If you guys really like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notifications so you never miss the upload. If you guys have questions about this, you can put in the comment section down below. I will answer you guys' questions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.